Hello again, guys. I'm Rafa, and like I told you, every day we are seeing that the attendance increase day by day in this webinar, and like you can imagine, that makes us really happy. So thank you so much on behalf of the entire Rodin 4D team for being here with us. For all those who are interested in seeing any of the webinars that we have already given, send us an email specifying which of them you would like to see again, and from there we will try to fulfill your wishes. If you want to see the next webinars that we have scheduled, copy the link you will see here. Today we are going to dedicate it to show you the complete process to make a cosmetic cover for a BK prosthetic. You will see that we will start in the Neo software because we have already created one template to save time. We will merge the template according the socket of our prosthetic, and after we prepare different pieces and different meshes to import directly in Cube. Once in Cube, we will see we will rectify one cosmetic cover like you can see now here. This is the idea to understand. The goal is to create two shells with a small foes of depth where I will apply a texture. Like you can imagine, there is many possibilities. But after this, you have the best tool to design cosmetic covers. You need to get good ideas and imagination, and you can do it. At the same time, you can use this to make AK a cosmetic. You can design the lower part, or also it is amazing to design the upper part you will fix on the AK socket. So this is up to you. You know that we are here to help you. So that's all. I want to remind you that if you have any doubts or questions, you should contact us through this platform by clicking on the question button or by sending us an email to info@rodin4d.com. If you want to contact directly with me, you can do it. Send it to rafa@rodin4d.com, or the possibility could be contact with me through my WhatsApp at +33 607 27 48 79. From there, you know we will answer all your questions. I would appreciate, like every day, if at the end of the webinar you spend 2 minutes to answer some questions that you will find in the pulse button. So let's start to make a cosmetic cover. So we are in Neo. I open the template, and the first step is to go to the insert button. In a real case, you need to click on file and look the scan of your prosthetic. I have already here, and this is my prosthetic. The first step is to modify the length of our template according the scan. So this is the center of the knee. So if you go here and you use the elongate, we already have two levels, one level here and the second one here. So we will increase between these levels until, let me activate this one, okay, until this level is exactly in the center of the knee. Probably is something like this. Okay, now we have to radius tool to adjust the lower part. So this one, in this case, we will I have already activated. I have 3 levels, 1 2 3, and I want to reduce a little bit. Probably something like this would be great. The next one, is to reduce the medial part. So I think with 3-4 should be okay. Let me check here. We need to add a little bit. So I will try to add from this part to this part. I need to open a new one, 3 levels, 1 and 2nd and 3rd exactly on the distal part. This one I want to leave at the bottom of the form, and this one too at the bottom of the form. This is the right side. I want to see from the back view. Yes, this is the back view. So I want to increase, I don't know, 1-2 millimeters probably, and after I want to use the direction we start adding material on the right part, and after I want to move with the direction to avoid or resolve this problem. I think it's okay. Oh no, this is not, this is the direction. Okay, probably now is perfect. Let me see. No, 1 with 2 I think is enough. Okay, this part is more or less okay. We will see after if we reduce a little bit this part. So now the first thing is to merge the socket. There is people, they start to merge from here. I will start from the top. So in this case I need to use the merging tool, and with this brush manually I will start to bend the socket. Okay, something like this all around, and now I want to change with this brush is all around the socket, but now with this one I want to merge this area. Probably I can merge also this part, something like this, something like this. Okay, I think it should be okay. I save, I apply the opacity, and now of course we need to use the basic tools because we need to start to smooth. At this moment I will start adding material from this part. I want to add here a lot. I want to add here. I think it's more or less okay. Now I want to use a new one, a new basic tools with the normal, because now I want to add and remove at the same time, and I will start to apply in this area. Okay, the anterior part is not necessary. Probably here I can add more in this area. Okay, with a new one, in this case I want to use the eraser. I want to move to smooth the top part because there is some imperfections. Okay, I think it's more or less okay. Okay, if for any reason you want to add here, you can. Anyway, this is not, I like to leave exactly the copy of the socket, but this is up to you. If you want to modify something like this, you can use the radius tool, you can add that. Anyway, this is not complicated. Now I want to activate again the prosthetic. I want to apply the transparency. And yes, in the anterior part I want to start to remove from this point to this point. I put the 3 levels. This one I want to leave at the bottom part, and this one too. Okay, and now I want to use the radius anterior, and I want to reduce a little bit, something like this. Okay, this is the design. I want to go to the insert, and now I want to show you all the small pieces that we have already prepared here. I want to activate all. I want to deactivate this one, and I want to explain. Okay, at this moment it's interesting to move and put in the good position according the shape. It seems that is more or less okay. It's more or less okay. In case for any reason you want to move this one, you activate. Okay, and here you have the possibility to move up and down where you want. You can move more, medial, lateral, and everything. When everything is okay, you can see that also we have this tube because this is the good one we will use to combine with these 2 cubes to fix on the tube, because the quality of this scan is not very good, but this is everything we can do it. At the same time we have, I want to deactivate now this. At the same time we have the trim lines, so we have the higher limit. Oh, there is a small hole here. I want to use the rasp only at, okay, and the lower limit. Okay, if I insert again the foot, you can see that I move up and anterior and posterior to avoid problems with the dorsiflexion of the foot. Okay, at the same time I create this and this. Let me deactivate the prosthetic to show you much better, because I want to create with this curve and the other one, I want to apply all around the shape and like an offset, but with this the anterior and the posterior I want to remove material. Okay, and after I will apply in cube, of course I will apply a texture. I will do a simple design, but I think it's nice. Okay, so let's start to prepare the meshes to import in cube. The first one is I want to increase all around the shape 1 millimeter, and now I want to create the cosmetic. Okay, this is the main one. I want to create insert like this. Okay, is the last one. You can see here this trimline, and after I want to build up all the main form, the blue one, the template. For example, with the radius tool, I want to increase, I don't know, we can increase 5 millimeters, because I want to separate all the meshes, because after in cube it's easier to separate one by one. Now I go to the trim lines. I don't need to use this one. This one I want to export to STL. and I want to rename like posterior. Okay. At the same time, I go here and I want to export like anterior. Okay. So I could insert to export all together. I go to file now, and this is the anterior. Anyway, it's not a big problem. Standard here. Where is the anterior? This is anterior. Okay. I want to, it's not centered, but if you click here, you put in the good place. And at the same time, a new one on the posterior, I can rename or not, it's not important. Standard, and where is the posterior? Is this one. Okay, and again reset to live in the same place. Okay, so now I want to deactivate this one. Okay, and to avoid problems, to separate the main shape to the blue one, because at this moment we don't need the blue one. I want to separate the blue from the first one I create. So with the radius tool I can create something like this. So now you can see here in the cross section, the blue shape is this one, is 1 millimeter smaller than the first mesh I create. The main one is this red, and after we have the anterior and the posterior. Okay, this is the posterior and this is the anterior. Okay, so now I want to let me check, because I need to be sure that everything is here. This is the plane I will use to cut. This one plane that I prepared in the past to cut something like this. You can modify, you can reduce the length or increase to get more curves. So this is up to you. There is people that they decide to cut straight. Okay, so now I have everything. So I will click here to import everything in Cube. So in Cube, we don't need to click on next directly to finish. Okay, this is the main window, and after I want to duplicate several times because I want to separate all the pieces, all the meshes. Duplicate, I don't know, 6, 7 times 6. I don't know if I need any one. Anyway, now I want to start to separate all the pieces. Okay, so click on Tools, Modification, this functionality, and for example this one I want to remove everything, and this one would be the plane to cut. The next one, now I don't need the plane, so I will remove, and I will start to separate. This is the good one, so this is the anterior. I want to invert and remove all the triangles, and this is the anterior. The next one, I will select the posterior. So automatically I click here, I activate in the posterior, I invert all, and I remove. This is the posterior. After this, with this one, let me think, we need to select the a prosthetic, so probably I can this one. Oh, I need to click on it. This one I don't need. This one I don't need. Okay, now this is the original one. Okay, that I want to invert all because I want to remove, and I have the main mesh. This is the main or the other, yes, main mesh or main cosmetic. We can cosmetic. After this, with this one, we repeat the process. This one, oh, I want to activate this one, remove this one, remove this one, remove the last one I saved, also remove. Now this one remove, we don't need it. Okay. Oh, I forgot to, I export this streamline from Neo, so I don't need. Okay, I want to activate this one. Let me to save time, I want to create a copy of this, and after yes, I think so. Let me save it, and after I want to create a copy, duplicate. Probably I need to duplicate again. Okay, so now I want to continue with this. Here I want to select the prosthetic, for example. I invert everything and I remove all the, and this is the prosthetic. Okay, now this is the biggest one that I don't want to use. I want to delete. This is also big, I think so. Yes, we don't need it. Okay, and now with this one I want to activate this one to remove, this one to remove, and after, for example, I want to keep the cube, so this one I activate and I deactivate all and remove, and this is the anterior cube. Okay, anterior cube. Okay, this one I need to duplicate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so this one. Okay, we don't need this. Okay, we want to select the tube, remove everything. Tube. I repeat the same process to get the other pieces. You can click here, remove, click here, remove, click here, remove triangles. And now, for example, this one. Okay, this is the locking. Wait. Look. Okay, the next one. Remove, 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 and remove. This is a good exercise to play with this functionality. Okay, and now I want to activate this one, invert the others, remove, and this is the posterior cube. We are preparing our job with this one, with the modification, again, remove, 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 and remove. And now I want to, for example, in this case, I want to use the lasso because I want to mark all together and remove. And this one is the cylinders for the cubes. Cylinders for cubes. Okay. Now with this one, I select this, remove, select this, remove, 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 and now for example, remove, and now I want to remove the internal one, and with this, this one, let me deactivate. With this one, I want to select this, remove. This is the small cylinders we have in the middle to make a hole and to put inside a magnet, because we want to fix with a magnet system. There is many possibilities, but I like it. Okay, so I want to, at the beginning I want to play with it. Probably after we need to separate one by one, we will see. So now I want to save it, and this is the big cylinders. Okay, and now the last one is the smallest cylinders. Remove, remove. Oh, the same like before. When you start with the laser, it's much better to stop, deactivate, and after use all the functionality. Remove, okay, and this is the small cylinders. Okay, so we have everything ready, and now we want to start to prepare everything. We have the main cosmetic. I want to duplicate 2 times. Sometimes we need to use at the end. I want to explain you that I am using beta version, so it's completely normal that appear some bug. So I need to think in many things, no? You know, we are working every day to develop new tools and new functionalities. So we have many people in the company testing every day, and I am one of them. So the cosmetic, the main cosmetic, I want to increase 1 millimeter with the thickness. Be careful, because the system by default create 5 millimeters inside, so you need to use a negative value. So I want to get one with 1 millimeter. Okay, 1 millimeter. Now I save, and I want to rename like +1 millimeter. I will go back because I want to select this one and I want to give the real thickness is 3 millimeters. 3 millimeters. So in this case I need to remove this and put -3. Okay. This is +3 millimeters, and the last one I can leave like this, and after we will see. I want to rename like main cosmetic. Okay, perfect. Now I want to let me with this one, yes, to this one I want to make a holes using the anterior. I want to change the color to see easier, and the posterior. Remember that I create this bigger because at the end I want to give thickness inside to make a big hole. And this one also I want to change the color. Okay, this one, the posterior, I want to give thickness of in this case is +7 or 8. Okay, 8. I save. The anterior I want to do exactly the same. Thickening. 8. Okay, I have this ready, and now I want to combine the yellow with the two blues step by step. I want to remove to the yellow the anterior one, and to this one I want to remove this one. There is many ways to get the same design. This is one of the most important things. At the beginning you need to control exactly what do you want to do, because if during the process you decide to change things, probably you need to start from zero. So it's very, very important to think about the steps and try to get the fast way. Okay, so now we have this one. I want to rename like a mark. Okay, it's important to rename because you know there you have many images and you cannot understand which one is the one you want to use. Okay, remember that I create one the main cosmetic 1 millimeter. So to this one I want to activate also this, the mark. Okay, to the mark I want to apply a little bit the transparency. Okay, and now I want to apply texture on the one I built. I give 1 millimeter thickness. So I activate this one and I use the mark. Why I use this technique? Because now if I decide to create a mess like this with these foes, I need to draw the mark very close to this line, and I spend a lot of time. And if the position of the curve is not good, probably you have some problems. But now it's faster because you have the reference and you can go very fast to put the dots. With the other, if you use the other technique, probably you put each curve. We need to draw 2 curves, and probably we spend a lot of time. So this is one idea that I think is interesting. Okay. Like this, go down. this here, here. Okay. Okay. And now go here, and go here. Okay, so now I want to save. And I want to apply, you can see the system, show you in white color. And now I need to go to my computer, desktop, textures, and I want to use the hexagons. Okay, I want to see from the front view, and I want to decide which inclination I will apply. I think this is much better. I want to check that everything is okay, perfect. And now I want to build up the white, the black color 1 millimeter. One millimeter. We will see the definition is if it's okay or not, because I forgot to increase in the mesh 1 millimeter. The I think is okay. I want to save it. Okay, I think it's more or less okay. I want to repair some problem we have on the mesh. And now I want to repeat the same process here with the mark. I want to start to mark from here, from here, from here. These days I was thinking which type of design I will do for you today, and when I have clear, I was thinking the way, the best way and the fast way to design everything, no? And of course, this is important to have imagination, and after you need to get the easy and fast way. I think the curve is inside. I think it's perfect. Okay, now I want to repeat the process. Like you can imagine, there is millions of designs, no? So this is up to you. One of the important things you will have very soon in Cube is that you can spend time to design a very good cosmetic like this, and after, with the DFT functionality, you can adjust to the new patient. So you spend time one day to make a good design, but after, in 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, you can adjust to the new patient. And this is amazing. And this is amazing. We are working on it for a long time, and now it's working, but we need to resolve some small bugs that we identify, and we are changing some things. Probably, I don't know, hopefully for May, June, probably will be available. Okay, now I want to turn a little bit. I think it's okay. Okay, 1 millimeter, and apply the texture. The first part, when I import all the meshes, I duplicate a lot and I start to separate one by one. Is one technique. There is people that they prefer to use the primitive, create cylinders and put in the good position. But when you start in Neo with your template, you have already in the good place, and after you import, and I think it's a very good way. Okay, so now we have already, I want to show you, this is the mark we create with the 3mm thickness, and after I want to combine with that one. Okay, here we have 1mm with the texture, and I decide to do this because I again, like I explained to you, if I need to go very slowly to put the marks exactly when the line is crazy, you spend a lot of time. So now I want to combine both this and this. So I want to combine this with this, and I will use the union. I am looking that there is a small bug in this beta version that I am testing, because in a real case with the normal version, when you apply one texture like this that I built up outside 1mm, inside normally you don't modify nothing, and I am looking that here the back add material in this part. You can see I will repair this, but this is also, you know, it's important to test very good the beta version to be sure that the official version works properly. So tomorrow I will speak with my colleagues, the developers, to check it and resolve this small bug. Okay, every time you are applying or modifying the mesh, you increase the numbers of triangles. I don't remember, we start approximately, I don't know, 100,000 probably, and now we have 465,000. So probably, I don't know if now or after we need to reduce a little bit to get the speed. So you can see the problem that I identifies the system for the back we have in the beta version. Apply also the texture inside. So I was thinking about it, and I remember I duplicate the cosmetic, the original one, this one. I want to duplicate again in case I need to use the second one after, and in this case I want to give the thickness inside. So for example 2mm should be enough. So I want to put no 82, no 2. Okay, and now to this one, to this one, no, this is not a good one. To this one, yes, I want to remove the one already create. I want to change the color to see better. So to this one, I want to remove this one with the difference. So at the end, I will get the internal part completely clean. Again, I want to repeat you that with the official version, this problem doesn't exist. Okay, you can see now everything is perfect. I want to repair This is also very nice, this functionality, because if you don't have it, you send to the 3D printing and the 3D printing say no, it's not possible, there is some problems according to the position of some triangles, you need to repair, but where, you don't know. So we develop this functionality and we can save everything. Okay, this is okay. So now I want to show you like this, and I want to change the color because I like it. Okay, after this you decide if you want to smooth or not. I like to smooth because but the very small smooth to run this and also the texture. So now the next step could be, for example, to activate the prosthetic. For the prosthetic, I think there is some bug because the system shows you in red color. We can repair, it's not necessary. We don't want to spend time. So now I want to start to adjust the cylinders. So for the big cylinders, we will see if the position is okay or not. I think for the cylinders, let me check, because I want to, this one, I want to deactivate. Yes, I think it's much better to separate one by one. So let me click on it, deactivate, and I want to rename like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is the back view. Okay, so modification laser, no, with this one. This would be the number 1. I remove the others, remove triangles, yes. And this one I want to create like a new one, okay. This is the this one, and this is the number 1. Okay, after this I want to select the number 2, invert to remove the others. This is the number 2. Okay, this is the number 3. Okay. And this is the number 4. Okay, and I want to create like a new one. We want to keep the original one in case I need to do something like this. Okay, now I want to activate this is the main cosmetic. I want to rename because this is the cosmetic. Okay, I want to apply. We have already the transparency. Now the prosthetic. Okay, and now I want to start with the first one. Okay, the first one you can see here. Okay, I will try to put, let me think, we will cut from here, so I don't know, probably should be great to put perpendicular to the plane. The plane is this one, so I will try exactly at this direction to turn like this. I think it should be better, because if we cut like this, I don't know if it's no, I think it's much better to leave like this. So this one I want to move the manipulator close to this. Okay, I want to bend a little bit. Okay, and now I want to leave approximately in the mid part. Okay. After, I need to check if it's touching the internal part of the shape, so we will see. With the plane we cannot see. Let me go up. If I have some problems because I am using a beta version, I prefer to save on my desktop like a cosmetic BK Cosmetic Webinar. Okay, so I go up. I can activate the plane here, so I can deactivate. Okay, and now if I use this one, okay, we need to move more or less in the middle. Okay, something like this, and we can check if everything is okay or not. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. We can leave like this. I prefer to put a little bit inside to be sure that when I use the union, to avoid that in a few days broke and separate from the main. Okay, so this is okay. I will adjust the second one. The second one we have on the top. I want to activate again the plane to have best reference. Let me click in the second one and activate the manipulator that probably we have on the top. We want to move like this. Okay, now I want to turn like this. Perfect. This is okay. Now we want to see from this view. It's not touching, you can see. So we need to move to the left. So I don't know if I can with this. Yes, I can move a little bit. No, I think it's okay. Yes, I think it's okay. Perfect. This one is perfect. I want to deactivate the manipulator. The number 3 is on the top. And now probably, wait a minute, because probably this one I can move a little bit lower because it's touching the socket and probably we have some problems. So this one I want to move. Oh, I cannot. Wait a minute. Okay, now I want to move down. Now it's much better. I want to be sure that here I can move on the right. Something like this is okay, and at the same time I want to be sure that probably I need to move a little bit to the right. No, it's a lot. Okay, I think it's better. Probably this one, this is the one I can move. Where is the manipulator? This is okay. Let me click here, apply complete the transparency, and with the number 1 I want to move nothing. I want to move nothing. I think it's touching. I think it's okay. Perfect. This is okay. This is okay. If I go to the other side, this one is the number 3. The number 3 we want to bend something like this. Okay, now we want to move approximately like this. I need to move the manipulator down. Oh, I want to undo one step more. Okay, you need to put your mouse here in the red triangle, click Control, and now you move only the manipulator, not the cylinder. I want to bend, okay, and I want to leave something like this. Now I want to be sure that, let me change the position of the manipulator. Okay, now I need to move the plane. I don't know where is the plane. It's here. So I want to put approximately in the middle. It's okay. This is touching, but this one we need. This is the one we need to move. Okay. So now I need to move approximately. We can see. We can control like this. From this to this is 272, so I can move 3 millimeters on the left. So 3 millimeters on the left. I want to use the manipulator, probably it's on the top. It's here. 3 millimeters on the left. Okay, so move. This is not. I am moving the cosmetic. This is the number 3. And now this one, 3 millimeters on the left. Okay, I want to check it, and it's perfect. There is a space, there is touching, so perfect. And the inclination I think is very good. So now I need to use the last one. Is the 4th, I think is the lower one. I don't remember which one is it. Is this one. Okay, so manipulator, I want to bend, to turn, sorry, something like this, something like this, and let me check if from this view is okay. I think it's this one. Yes, I think so. Yes, okay, so it's in the good place. Perfect. It's in the good place. So now we can leave this like this. Probably we can use like only one piece, so I won't combine 3 and 4 union. Combine with the number 2 union, and combine to the number 1 union. Okay, so I have in the good place. Okay, so now this I don't need. I can delete to leave space in the window anyway. So now I don't need now the plane. I want to click on it to the system show me, so I can activate very fast. Now I think is the moment to Where is the cosmetic cover? I don't want to see. And I want to activate the for example, I can prepare the tube to leave in the good position. I want to apply transparency on the prosthetic, and I can see the position is perfect. It's perfect, so I will leave like this. Okay, the anterior part normally would be in the good place. The posterior cube is the same. Okay, so I want to start to remove material to this cube, the tube. So to this one, I want to remove the tube difference. Okay, this is, I want to rename like anterior cube, anterior cube, anterior cube, L the last. Now to this one, I want to remove the tube. To this one, control tube and difference. And this is the posterior cube last. Okay. We have the small cylinders, this one, to make, no, this is not the small cylinders. We need to use the cylinders for cubes. Okay, we want to make a hole to fix with the screw. Okay, so let me check with this one if we have enough space, and this one too. I think it's okay. And you decide if you want to move more anterior. Of course, this is according the dimension of the screw you will use. But I think it's okay. So to this one, I want to do one thing. I want to take the, yes, to this one, I want to remove, it's in the same mesh both. Okay, so I use the difference, and to this one again, I want to remove the small cylinders, the cylinders for cubes. Okay, and difference. Perfect. So now this is the final, the anterior cube ready. Anterior cube, no, it's not ready. Cube, cube last. And this is the posterior. Okay, this is the posterior cube last. So now I want to combine this one with the original mesh, that means with the cosmetic. So to this one, I want to remove this one because I want to remove the external part. Difference. So now I will get one cube with the curve of the. Okay, I have this. You can see. Let me show you a good view too. Let me, for example, you can see that we have already cut it. So we will use only this one to fix to the internal part of the shell. So this one, I want to click on it, and this one I don't need. I remove. Okay, I remove, and after, let me think. In this part we don't need to do nothing because it's inside. I am thinking if I fix this part to the anterior, if after I will have problems with the plane to cut so probably I think that now is the moment to go to the cosmetic. Where is the cosmetic? Is this one? Okay, yes, I think that we will have. This is the cosmetic anterior cuboblast, yes. And this is okay. So yes, I think I will cut right now. So first I want to fix the fourth cylinders to the cosmetic. So to the cosmetic I want to combine with the 1, 2, 3 and 4 with the union. And after I will cut. Yes, I think it's much better. Now I need to repair. Yes. I need to repair, and at the end. Now, for example, this is up to you. I don't know if for you it's much better to cut, separate in two parts, and after smooth one and one, or to smooth the cosmetic and after cut. Probably it's much better, because if you smooth now, the trim lines are smooth a little bit, the texture also. But for example, in my case, after I prefer to have flat the space on the part I will cut. No. So we will do this. Okay, I have so in this case probably we could probably we need to smooth before to apply the union. The union. Okay, at this moment we have only one mesh. Okay. The cube is at this moment is other parts. Let me deactivate this and this. So you have something like this. Okay, we will yes, I will remesh. I will increase the numbers of triangles, because after this the smooth will be much better. And after I will reduce, because probably now when I increase a lot, in 92%. This is a wow, a lot. You will see that now we have, it's not 690 and 9400. Okay, so now I want to smooth very soft. So smoothing, and probably if I put here 1%, with this 1% I will play with the texture, and I will bend a little bit these borders and everything. Probably is enough. Okay, let me save, like, yes, like this. Okay, well, I don't like the yellow color, so I will turn like this. Okay, now you can see, let me check. I think it's very good. I don't want to smooth a lot. I like to leave something like this. Yes, I think it's pretty nice. Okay, so now I want to cut. So now I will cut with the plane. I will cut with the plane we have already here, and I want to be sure that the position is okay. I would like to move more, a little bit more to the I want to bend. This is not the one I want to remove. Okay. Yes, more or less in the same distance. I think is okay. Yes, I think so. It's nothing, but anyway. So now to this one, I think I can cut now, or I can reduce a little bit. I think so. I will reduce a little bit. Simplify. Like 5 megas. Yes. Okay. And after I will cut. The next step should be to fix the cube to the anterior shell, make the hole for the locking system, and then make the holes to the small cylinders inside to put the magnet, and send to the 3D printing. It's finished. Okay, so now to this one I want to remove the plane. Okay, repair, yes. Change the color because I don't like it. Okay, perfect. And now this one, I want to separate this. I want to remove. And this is the new one. This is the posterior. This is the posterior. Shell. Okay. And now I go back because here I want to repeat the process to remove the posterior and rename like anterior. I don't remember the name. It's anterior cell. Okay. Oh, what's happened? Why? Because I quit it. Okay. Anterior cell. Okay. So to the anterior, we want to add the anterior cube last. This is the importance to rename. No. This is not the cosmetic. Wait, let me check. No, this is not the good one. So this one, yes, this is the good one. So to this I want to add to the anterior. Oh, control. Union. Repair. Yes. And now let me activate the post. This is the anterior again, the new anterior shell last. Okay, we have the posterior. Okay, I want to apply a little bit the transparency in both 1 and 2. I want to see from the lateral view. And now to see the cylinders, I want to activate the original I have here. Okay, so now I can see very good, because I want to use the small cylinders. This is the last step. Small cylinders I have already here. Perfect. So I want to, let me posterior. Okay. Okay, perfect. So the small cylinders, but I want to deactivate also this to have everything clear. Okay, so this one I want to separate again because I prefer to do one by one. Okay, this is the number 1. Remove triangles. This is the A. I want to rename like A. small cylinders. This is the B. B. Okay. This is the C. This is the number, the letter C, and the small cylinders here, and this is the D. Remove, not invert, and remove, and this is the D. Okay, so now, yes, I can go one by one. The anterior and the posterior. Okay, anterior and the posterior, perfect. So this is the first one. We need to check if everything is okay. Probably we need to deactivate this one to see much better. So this one, I want to, with the manipulator, I want to move like this. Of course, in a real case, when I decide to have this cylinder, is because the magnet I will buy, I can put inside. There is many types of magnets. Let me deactivate this one. Okay, so now I want to turn, because you can see that it's not, the position is not very good. Now I want to leave something like this. I think it's better. Okay, it's in the middle. This, see from here, probably with this view, I need to turn a little bit. I think it's okay. I need to be sure that this part is the same like the posterior. Okay, it's perfect. Okay, you decide if you want to make the hole all around or only the anterior part and the anterior. This is up to you. This is depending the magnet you will buy. So the A is okay. I want to activate the B. The B is on the top. So this one now I don't want to see. Let me see from this view. Okay, and now I want to activate the okay. I think this is the good one. Let me check. Yes, this is the good one. Okay, if I see from the back, now I want to move down. Oh, okay. Something like this. Change. Now I want to be sure that with the other one is okay. Yes, it's okay, perfect. So the number C, the number C, okay, and now I want to move like this, but here we need to bend a lot. Okay, I want to do something like this, and I want to leave inside. Yes, I think it's okay. Okay, the posterior is perfect. Then we have the cylinder here. Okay, and now I want to activate the D. It's in the lower part. Let me move down. Oh, probably we can start better here. So I want to leave like this, and now I want to turn something like this, and probably now we need to move and put in the middle. Okay, I want to activate the posterior to be sure that everything is okay and it's perfect. So now again, D plus D. Okay, this with this. Oh, union, and this with the A, union. Okay, so now to the anterior shell last, I want to remove this one to make the holes. To this one, I remove this one. Okay, I want to deactivate the posterior to show you. Okay, and now to the posterior, I want to remove again the 4 cylinders, and I think it's okay. This one I want to change the color. This one I want to change the color. Okay, let me show you from the lateral view. I want to activate the prosthetic. For example, we can put this because I have a problem. I can repair. We don't need that anyway. I want to leave in this color. Okay, and now this one I want to use the manipulator to turn. For example, let me deactivate because I cannot see. I want to turn 90 degrees. 90 degrees. I want to put here, and at the same time now I need to activate the posterior cube. No, but is the posterior cube final or last or something like this? Where is it? Posterior cube last. This one. Okay. So this is the process. This is the process. So that's all, my friends. I hope you understand. Let me put this. I hope you like. Oh, it's minus. I hope you like. Be safe, take care, and I hope to see you again. Okay, let me leave like this because I like it. We leave something like this. Okay, so that's all. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.